Frontera Resources is an oil and gas company with exploration and production in Georgia, and we're talking now to the Chief Executive, Zaza Mamulaishvili. Welcome. Interesting story, interesting place. We'll get to talk about Georgia in just a minute, which I know is your home country. But the asset, explain what you're presenting to investors.
Thank you very much, Jeremy. Asset is fantastic. Located in Georgia right now, this is core asset for Frontera Resources. This is onshore, low-cost oil and gas exploration and production area. About 5,000 square kilometers of license area with perfectly developed infrastructure and massive resource base. We've got third-party CPRs, and their estimate is over 10 billion barrels of oil in place, of which 1.7 billion barrels considered to be recoverable, and about 13 trillion cubic feet of gas, of which about 9 trillion cubic feet is considered to be recoverable. This is where we are right now in Georgia and focusing in terms of operations.
Yeah, you raised £3.5 million last week, didn't you, through crowdfunding. Tell us a bit more about this, as I believe it was what you said is a roaring success.
That turned out to be a very exciting experience for us because it really allowed a lot of shareholders to participate. We are very proud that we've raised very successfully with £3.5 million. We are very proud that a lot of people really wanted to participate, and it closed sooner than later. And it has been really oversubscribed, let me put it this way. And this money will go now to a drilling operations in oil wells in eastern part of our license area. But I should admit that these guys did a good job. The primary bid really allows the companies to make a quick raise and shareholders to participate, and we've been very pleased to see that.
How many wells are you drilling?
We are ready to drill 2 oil wells, and we're going to start in next 4 to 6 weeks, and in the course of next 3-4 months we'll be delivering pretty good news to the market.
Okay, what's the infrastructure like there at the moment? What are you working with?
Infrastructure in terms of oil and gas is very well developed in the country, and particularly in our license area, because there are a number of oil and gas pipelines running through our acreage, and according to contract with Georgian government, we are allowed to hook into those pipelines and sell to international markets or to domestic market.
Okay, you are producing at the moment, aren't you?
Yes, we produce oil and gas.
Is it just a question of producing more for those clients, or are you going to expand your client base? Is this?
Absolutely. We have pretty good list of clients we are selling to at the moment at very good and robust prices of natural gas, which stands at $7 per 1,000 cubic feet. And the minute we increase our production, they are ready to take more.
Yeah. Talk a bit about Georgia. As I said, your home country, so you're always going to be proud of where you come from. But what's it like to work in for an oil and gas company?
It's a very good environment to operate in Georgia, particularly for oil and gas. The government and country is very open and very welcome investments in energy. We've been operating there for many years now and had very, very good environment for investment, transportation, trading, taxation. This is pretty attractive place for us to be at the moment. Yeah.
The oil and the gas, the oil you're selling at the moment, what sort of margins are you making? What sort of income are you getting from this?
As I said, on the gas side, that's very lucrative business at the moment. On oil side, even with $20 oil, we're going to make money because our operating costs are pretty low. We are in onshore setting in pretty low cost operations.
Yeah, what sort of oil is it? So heavy?
This is very sweet, light, 36 API oil. So we are getting premium once we get it to the market.
Yeah, your market cap, I think about 100 million sterling, is that right at the moment?
That's correct.
Does this represent what you've got under the ground?
I think we're going to see multiples of the 100 millions once we start developing the oil field, which we are about to embark on development, and once we test those gas-bearing zones in the course of next 4 or 5 weeks.
Yeah, 4 or 5 weeks. So we're looking forward to news sometime in the next 4 or 5 weeks. Any questions from the floor? Just take a couple of questions.
Yeah, I think we've seen the share price go 60 to 90% over the last 4 or 5 weeks. If we sold so well and you need to Vino, are you expecting overnight percentage rise? Are you thinking of, 3-4 pence a share price? Or?
Yeah. Well, very good question. Let me start with Dino. Dino is oil well, and we are about to start sidetracking this well sometime in late November. This is located in eastern part of our license area, and we do have 155 million barrels of recoverable oil according to CPR estimate, which has been completed by Netherlands Oil and Associates. WH Ireland valued this asset at $484 million. So we are at $130 million market cap right now. This asset has been valued at $484 million. So once we start drilling Dino well and then continue drilling in Taribani, we're going to bring this value closer to 500 million. So it gives you a pretty good guess where our market cap may go in the months ahead. Now, UD2, this is gas well, which we will be testing in 4 weeks from today. We will be completed with testing. So once we successfully test this well, it's going to prove up 5.8 trillion cubic feet of recoverable gas in this area. So it gives you another good hint where the market cap will go once we successfully finish testing of UD2 and drilling of Dino2 oil well.
Any more questions? Yep.
With the separation of the oil and gas plays, is the idea to get the gas play with the JV and for Frontera to develop the oil play?
I would not separate that way. At some point, at the right time, at the right price, with the right buyer, with the right company who will be willing to bring in capital, expertise, that all depends. But at the moment, we don't have that design that gas is for JV and oil is for us. Let's see, whatever plays the best to create better value for shareholders, that's the path to go.
Any more questions? No, I just want to wrap up because I want to talk about your Moldova assets, because
Sure.
you've not spoken about that at all. What's happening there?
Moldova, very, very interesting place. We just secured this contract early this year. Right now we are studying and processing geological and geophysical data. But place itself is really hidden treasury in Europe, in the eastern part of Europe. We still have the wells in Moldova flaring gas as we speak right now, and that flaring gas for the last 40 years. And we just need to get our hands around, look into it very carefully, and when time is right and we enhance our knowledge, go to Moldova and do exactly the same what we did in Georgia and discover a lot of oil and gas.
Yeah, okay. And will you have to raise more money to push that asset forward? Do you have any plans to raise any more money at all?
Right now our focus is Georgia.
Yeah.
And particularly in Georgia our focus is in Taribani field,
yeah.
where we are drilling Dino2 well in next couple of months. And to the west of our block, that's gas well, UD2 well. This is where our focus is at the moment.
Good. Okay. Well, look, it's an exciting story, and be interesting to see the developments.
Thank you very much.
Zaza,
Appreciate
thanks
it,
very much
Jeremy.
indeed. Zaza Mamulaishvili, who is the Chief Executive of Frontera.
Thank you.